This tells the story of a real event in which Ram and Sita fed a Muni during their exile. A huge bird that was perched atop a tree flew by Muni's foot, touched it, and turned golden. Sita named the vulture as Jatayu. Routine Ram, Lakshman, and Sita used to get up early morning for doing needed work. Today, a clear sky and soothing air create a feeling of a good day. As usual, Lakshman moved out for recreation and practical performance. A few hours later, a Muni passed near their residence for Ahara. Sita accompanied Ram, requested him to have Ahara at their place and obliged. So, Muni got halted. Muni followed them and reached near the open space of the kitchen. He was offered feed by both while standing there. This Ahara way was being witnessed by a big vulture and a jackal nearby. However, there was a fear these animals could disturb the Ahara methodology either by making noises or by pouncing. If this happens, Muni will leave the ahar for the day. They were glancing at Muni silently with curiosity. Muni accepted ahara on his palms, and its liquid portion leaked out through the crevices that were flowing downward and a portion on the body. At the end of ahara, using water, Muni cleaned his body and Ram also assisted him in the process. During the process, the vulture flew by Muni's foot and plunged into the flushing water which was disturbing in the cleaning process. The vulture did not react despite Sita's efforts to keep him away. Mysteriously, the vigorous plunging in the water changed the color of its body into golden. Tears flowed from vulture's eyes while glancing at Swamiji. Swamiji blessed him, and the vulture told him for acceptance to follow the principle of non-violence from now on. Swamiji had clairvoyance knowledge and taught him in his language about what he had to accomplish. Ram and Sita could not understand their way of exchanging communication. On asking, Swamiji explained of the vulture. Over billions of years ago, there was a powerful king named Dundadak who carried out a huge misdeed in rolling out 600 monks in a rolling mill. The execution took place at the insistence of a person from the king's court who wanted to spoil the images of Muni for living naked. His knowledge about the system adopted was very poor. However, the youngest Muni of the group entered very late in town and learned about the episode. He could not bear the loss of his beloved Guru and other colleagues. He fell into deep sorrow and lost self-control. His sorrow manifested the stirring of sound O, which was transformed into a chain of extreme heat energy like an atomic explosion, burning the entire kingdom into ashes. The burnt area turned into useless land, and time converted into a dense forest that is known as Dundadak Forest, where you are now. This vulture is the transformation of the Dundadak king who now recollected all his past and so crying out for begging pardon for my cruel act. Listen, Sita, this vulture accepted the non-violence and cannot defend himself from cruel creatures, so you have to take care of him. Sita named the big vulture Jatayu and promised to care for him in every way. Swamiji also cleared the relationship of jackal with Ramchandra enunciating that he was his prime minister once in your past life. It is to be noted that the possession of the powerful energy by the monks in the past was much greater than the atomic power of today's time, which was housed in a miniature place, but the whereabouts of the same are unknown. Giving details, Muni left the site to move towards the deep forest. Shortly after his departure, a stream of sweet smells began all around, followed by the showering rain of flowers as well as kesher, saffron, commenced. Afterward, the rain of silver, gold, and other valuable gems in Sacramento was forced by divine resources. On return, Lakshman was amazed by the scene and expressed feelings of his absence. All three had great affection for the golden vulture, Jatayu, who was now a family member. Most of the time Lakshman used to spend time out, but in adversity, a code word Singhanath sound was created between Ram and Lakshman, which meant help was needed. After some time, Ravana was passing through this forest and saw a beautiful lady, Sita, along with two powerful princes. He wanted to pick up Sita, but some fear caused him to be prevented from the act. He seemed it was better to resort to a trickery way. So he took the help of a goddess who informed him to use the Singhanath sound. In this context, the goddess produced the said sound that distracted Ram and Sita, who worried about Lakshmana. Sita insisted Ram go to help him, and Ram left Sita with Jatayu alone and reached at spot where Lakshmana was engaged in a battle with others. Lakshmana asked Ram, "Why are you here leaving Sita alone? There seems to be a false play, as I have not called you." Meanwhile, Ravana picked up Sita by force in his airplane and went away by airpath. The picture of all three on the plane is illustrated when Jatayu chases him down. He fought with Ravana to rescue Sita but could not hold on for long. His feathers were cut and he fell on the earth. Ram saw his brother was all right, so they proceeded to return home. There, they did not find Sita and Jatayu and feared the improbable occurrence. Immersed in sadness, they searched the area and found only Jatayu, who was on the verge of death. Ram whispered mantra into his ears for a good mode of life. But there is no trace of Sita. Ram was submerged in agony, and so was Lakshmana, despite having help from others, but could not find her. Most Muni were able to release energy through their mouths or eyes, energy that might have been greater than atomic energy at the time. Finding something worthwhile in old science might lead to the development of a new work power system ___.